Okay. I'm now downscaling everything. Let's see how text looks. Okay, sweet. No frame drops. Awesome. Okay, cool. Very cool. Thanks for pointing that out. Helping me get that fixed. Cool. So we ran into a problem which I think I might have been anticipating. No. This isn't the version problem. It's a problem with propagating include paths. So what are our include paths? Let's look at that. Here's the big old command line. So if we look for like -I, we can see that we're including whatever this hash is. Okay, let's figure out which hash this is. Figure out which include directories we're actually including. I'm guessing this is phys_s. Yeah, this is the phys_s include path. This one is, I'm not sure what that is. What is that? Zcash. Oh, this is SDL2. Okay, interesting. So this is, so what Zig is doing is it built SDL, I think. It installed it to this directory, and that's what we're including. But we're not including the subdirectory, so that could be the problem. There's one more directory we're including, which is this. This directory does not exist. Oh wait, I'm not in the... Okay, there's nothing in this one. Okay, so... how is this supposed to work with Zig? You create a library. I think... I actually don't know how this is supposed to work. Let's take a look at the source code. Okay, so when you go to add a library, let's look at, it's called the compile step. Why am I not matching anything? Hold on. Link library. It adds it to the root module link library. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder why. You could probably just remove this function, but just call the root module directly. Okay, so we add this link library or object. Okay. So what does this do? This... it adds it to link object and includers. What is other step? Oh. Interesting. So other step is a way to, it's like an artifact basically. So yeah, this kind of makes sense. It's adding the root directory as an includer, but we need to add the subdirectory as an includer. So how do we do that? Add lazy path. Yeah, okay. Includers. What is add after include path? Path after. Add include path and add after include path. Path after. Okay, I wonder if the lazy path documents what that is. Oh wait, this is, what is include ders? Include ders is an include dir. Oh, path after. Okay, so that's probably talking about the include order. Okay, so an include dir could be just a path, a system path, a path after, a framework, a step, which is, this is what was where we were adding in our case. So if we went back down to link library or objects. Okay, so we can see we're adding an other step. So we don't know what this other step does. Let's take a look. I'm guessing it just adds the root directory. Let's take a look. So add shallow dependencies. That's not what we're looking for. What is this? Next. Dependency iterator. Okay, I don't think we care about this. This is... Okay, this is probably going through all of the step, like dependencies. Okay, this is looking more like what we need. This is append zig process flags. So if we have another step, we ask, have you generated any headers? What is this generated H? Okay, this is just a generated file. Okay, so I don't think we care about that. Installed headers. Okay, this is how it works. So in Andrew's build.zig file, I believe he added an install headers directory. So that install headers directory will go into installed headers and append that directory. And then when we're going to use that library here, we're looking at installed headers include tree. Hold on, that's... Let me rewind. What was it he called? It was install headers directory. We're doing VVVVVV right now. Install headers directory. Installed headers. Add header installation to include tree. Okay. So there's some concept of an include tree, which I'm not familiar with. But it looks like there's an include tree. And that's what was added to the command line. So if we go back, we had these two include paths here. I don't know what the last one was. This could be, who knows, but this one had SDL stuff in it. So this must be the include tree path. Oh, okay. So where's our SDL underscore? What was it? What was the missing header? SDL underscore standard inc. There it is, right there. Okay, so the problem is this is meant to be included with SDL /, but it's getting included with just the raw path. So how can we fix that? What we'd like to do probably, I mean, if we look at all the headers that we're including here, so if we look for like include SDL, and we look under, let's go into our other repo. Okay, we see all these includes, they don't have the SDL2/ in front of them. So this is meant to be including the files directly. Erroneously, it's not using SDL correctly. Okay, so we kind of have to hack into this. And I think we can just look at the source code. So if we go back to module.zig, we can just do what this is doing, I think. Let's try it. Let's try to duplicate what it's doing. So if we go like xc.add include path, and we go let's do it like const SDL equals, and then we do xc.add include path SDL dot header tree equals SCL dot or else panic here. Okay, do we get that header tree? Is that something we can do? I think that is. So, okay. So can we take that header tree and get a subdirectory? So do add include path. What is header tree? It is a write file step. Okay. Does a write file step give us a lazy path? Get directory, it does. So if we go header tree dot get directory, now I think there's a way that you can get a subdirectory from a lazy path. Dir name, that gives you the parent directory. Path, yes. SDL2, look at that hackery. That might be what we need. What do you need? What was this? This was get directory on write file stuff, right? Which function? Member function expected 2 arguments, found 1. Which one? Get directory? I only see 1. Or was it path that needed 2? Path needed 2. Okay. The column name, the column numbers on Zig error messages are messed up sometimes. It'd be nice if they were more precise. Okay. I think we fixed it. Yeah, we did it. Sick. Okay. I'm surprised. So, okay, what do? We said, give us the SDL2 library from Andrew's build.zig, link to it like normal, but then also add the SDL2 subdirectory. So this is how you hack like games that aren't linking to SDL2 properly. You just add a hack like that. Perfect. Okay. So next is we need the tinyxml2.h file. Ah. So I bet you that's what that third include, if you remember. This third include. I bet this could be the tiny XML. So we probably just need to install the header. So I think we just go install header. What was the header file name? Tinyxml. Okay, see if that works. No member named install header. Yeah, I forgot the capital H. What did I do? Okay, it wants a lazy path. Oh, right. So we want to do what's it called? dep.path. Maybe we should do like a const root. I actually don't know where the header's at. It might be in a subdirectory, but we'll find that out in a second. Is dir. That's didn't like that for some reason. Install. Oh, this needs to be a file. I see. That wasn't a great error message. See, we learned last time the path function on lazy path needs to have the build object as the first argument. Come on. What'd we get? Can you find? Yes! We got tinyxml. Sick! Okay, I think we got like 3 more libraries we need to figure out. So there's C hash map. Where is C hash map? Let's look at this. Hash map. Okay. C hash map. Is this a Git module? So what I'm looking at now is the original source code here with the CMake build system. And there's our C hash map. So let's take this URL, add it to our Zon file. C dash. I don't think we can do a dash, but we can do an underscore. Okay. Let's get a URL. And let's go over to this directory and see which version, which hash it's using. Okay, so let's copy that over here. Actually, I don't normally do it this way, but this is the way that the docs say you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do like zig fetch save. Unable to determine name. Fetched package has no build.zig.zon file. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a good try. Okay, so we got the .hash file, or the .hash field, I mean. Don't like that it's wrapping lines. It's confusing me. There we go. Okay, we've got our C hash map. Let's go ahead and build that. And while that's building, let's see how they're building this. Okay, they're building a static library. Perfect. So it's exactly the same way that it's building tinyxml2. So let's go add a new library. So tinyxml2 gets replaced with C hash map. C dash hash map. Okay. Oh, it's got to be an underscore. The name I'm guessing is C dash hash map dash hash. And what's the source files? Let's look at the CMake. CHM source. Okay, there's only one source file. It's just map.c. So this is a C library. So I don't know if we're supposed to link libcpp or libc. I think I'll try libcpp first. And then is there a header file? I'm sure there is. We'll comment this out for a second and it'll tell us which header file it needs. Build it. Oh wait, we need to actually add it to the executable. Add C hash map. Okay. Okay, it needs this header file, and it's including it via this sub directory. So I think what we do is we copy that path basically there, and then we say, where's the actual it's just in map.c, so I think we just do, wait, C hash map. Is it? It's just in the root directory. Okay. So I think we just do it like this. Jamming out to this music. It reminds me of the Doom soundtrack by why am I blanking on his name? Mick Gordon. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Navi. Okay, so we got the C hash map thing figured out. We are now left with what the heck is Sheen BD? Font BD. Okay. So there's something called Sheen BD. It's okay, here it is. This whatever library this is. Sheen BD. Okay, I gotta look up what that is. Sheen BD. A sophisticated implementation of Unicode bidirectional algorithm. Sheen BD. Okay, interesting. Let's go at it. Open up our Zon file. Dot Sheen BD. Let's see, how do I want to write this? Is it? Do I put an underscore? Do I just make it one word? Do I use capitals? So many questions. I think I want to do it like this, maybe. Tehrir Sheen BD. Sounds like it might be like an Indian name or something. Let's go get the hash. add our hash. Okay. Now let's go add the, let's see, let's go look at the CMake file now. Also a static library, perfect. So C hash map now becomes Sheen BD. Sheen BD. Sheen BD. Hash map. Okay. What is the source? Just one file. And do you have any header files? You obviously have header files. Do you have an include directory? Where's your headers? There's a directory named headers. Okay. Let's look at what headers you're using first. Sheen B. Okay, build. Okay, sbconfig.h. Okay, this is one where we might need to configure SheenBD. Or not. I do see an sbconfig.h in here. Okay, let's look at, curious what's in that config header. It's sus. Okay. Huh. Looks like we don't have to generate anything for that. Which file? Oh, it was sheenbd.c that needed that. Okay. So we just need to add the that directory internally. So lib b or root dot path headers. We're gonna need that for another piece, I think. So let's do that. Okay, that should have fixed this error. So why are we still getting an error here? SheenBD headers sbconfig.h. Okay, what's in this directory? sbconfig.h. Well, it's right there. Where's the actual compile command? The old lib. I don't see the header path. That's strange. Oh! I'm in the wrong function. Will it explain it? Let's maybe make this a little bit taller. Okay, now we got the header we need. So we need sheenbd.h. So we'll add headers path. Is there I think there's an install headers actually. Oh, install headers directory. Maybe we should just do that. Destination rel path should probably be dot, I think. Okay, let's try that. Face cam is smaller than I remember making it. Cool. All right, where are we at? I think we're on to the last library before we have a working game. Sick. F audio. F audio. .0.2. Build it. So you don't like this order. Okay, Sheen BD, you are now F audio. Sheen F audio. F audio. Don't need that. What are the source files we need? F audio. So simple. Okay, and then it adds an include directory, so we'll probably just do another add install directory like we did for the other one. Okay, simple. Just copy all these. Can I do something fancy here? It's like just barely not enough lines to, what the heck? To like make a macro or something to auto format, but. Okay. And then I think we just need to do, root dot path include. Okay. Theoretically, if I made no mistakes, that'll build, but there's no way. Audio.h. Oh, we need to add the include path internally as well. So we need to basically do this same thing. Looks like this could all fit on one line. Same thing up here. Okay, and that needs SDL. Okay, that's interesting. So let's pass SDL into it somehow. Where is SDL? Here's SDL. Okay. So how do I want to do this? Maybe we'll do it like this. We'll pass an SDL like this. SDL. And lib.link library SDL. And it also needs the same hack that what's up with all these projects like not using SDL correctly? Like, why is there two projects that make the same mistake? Maybe I'm the one that's confused. It could be that the older version of SDL was meant to be used this way and the newer one not. Maybe that's what it is. F audio is an X audio reimplementation that focuses on developing fully accurate DirectX audio runtime. Oh, interesting. Reimplementation of the XNA Game Studio 4.0 refresh libraries. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go fix by adding that extra include path, which I believe is this 2 lines. So probably we put them here. I don't know what that panic message should be. Let's put a question mark. Is it gonna build? Are we gonna have a game? Ooh, I think it was close. Okay. Fizz. Okay, we need another header file from FizzFS. That was one of the ones I added before I started the stream. FizzFS, why do you has no headers? What is going on? B dependency FizzS. So we add. Okay, I think FizzFS is working differently because the CMake file was doing. Yeah, see, the CMake file is adding it directly. It's not adding like it as an extra library. Oh, but it is. It does have this source. So maybe it is a library. What's going on? FizzFS static. Okay, there is a library. I think we need to add that library as well. So let's do. But why is it adding this extra one? Maybe the extras are not meant to be in the library. I don't know. That's weird. But okay, so we need FizzFS RWOps. Well, that's what this is. So I guess we just need to add that include path. Is that in extras? Well, what happened to the music? What the heck? Code beats. Okay. Where's that file? It's right here. Okay. So I think the right solution here is just to add that include path. STB. Oh, what's the STB? Single. Isn't it that the like the single header thingy? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Where are you? STB. You're in F audio. So we are missing. What are we compiling? Okay, so we need headers from F audio that aren't just in the include directory, also in the source directory. So I think this feels wrong to do this, but I think we would just install everything from the source directory too. Maybe. I don't know, let's try it. It's kind of unfortunate that F Audio has this problem where they have the public include directory that's including files from their private source directory. But what are you going to do? Ooh, we compiled. We're on to linking. Sick. Okay. Oh, we're missing the FizzFS static library. That's why we're getting all these missing symbols. Okay. Very cool. So let's go look at how they're building FizzFS. Okay, here's the source code. Let's go add a function to build this library. XML2, what are we going to call this? FizzFS, maybe? And we need this source code here. This needs to get replaced with that. And then .c needs to get replaced with that. Oh, there's a CPP file hiding in there. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if we should only include the C files for whatever platform we're currently compiling for. It's interesting that in the CMake file, it's just adding all of them. Maybe it's got like if defs around them. Let's take a look at those. Platform. Let's look at POSIX first. Define internal, include platforms if, yeah, it's got if defs around it. So it's letting the C defines include what's actually getting compiled. So, okay, fair enough. So we don't have to worry about that. Let's not install any headers yet. And I think that's all we need for now, starting. Add FizzFS. Expected 3 arguments. Oops. That worked. Okay, I'm surprised. I was expecting some sort of compile error. Okay, we've got some still missing symbols. SB. What is SB? SB. Johnson Marler. It's Jonathan Marler, but Johnson. That would be an interesting name. Maybe I'll consider changing it. What is SB? Oh, is that Sheen Beatty? Are we missing something from Sheen Beatty? Sheen Beatty. Looks like. Let's see what. Okay, algorithm create is one we're missing. That is defined in this file, this beautiful file here. So why don't we have it? I don't see it in this CMake file. We're only including one file from this library. I wonder if it's like a compile flag or something that like causes it to include other things or whatever. Okay, we do have this SB config unity flag that we're not adding. That could be what we're missing. SB config unity. What's that? Let's see what that does. Sheen Beatty. Okay. Do I see anything in algorithm around this? No. Oh, the README says something about it. Oh, Unity is in like Unity build. Ah. I see, okay. Sheen Beatty can be compiled with any C compiler, any of them. If you write a C compiler, you can compile Sheen Beatty with it. Trust me. The best way for compiling is to add all the files in an IDE and hit build. Okay, fair enough. That's the best way to compile Sheen Beatty, everyone. Just add all the files to an IDE and then hit build. The only thing to consider, however, is that if sbconfig unity is enabled, that only source Sheen Beatty should be compiled. Okay, cool. All right, let's go add that flag. That's why we were missing symbols. Sheen Beatty. Dot flags. Let's see, is that how you do this? -D. What was it? I already forgot it. SB config. So how do they do that? Let's see what the code's actually doing. Oh, there it is. There it is, everyone. Oh, beautiful. Okay. That should be what we need. Let's do it. I think there was still some missing linker errors outside of that, though. There's some FizzFS stuff that's still missing. Wait, what's going on? Did it finish? It finished already. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we're down to the last 13 symbols. Cool. Cool. So there's some FizzFS stuff that's not quite right. What is this load PNG decode 32 symbol that's missing? It's referenced by graphics resources. This looks like it could be an SDL thing. Or is this another? Oh, is this another library we're missing? I think we're missing that library. Load, yes. Load PNG. Loady. How do you say it? Is it load or loady? Oh, this camera's like shaking and bugging me. Hold on. Just remove this. Loady PNG. An image decoder and encoder all in one. No dependency or linkage to zlib or libpng required. It's made for C. Switch to STB. Is there an STB PNG? Single file. Yeah, yes. I forget what. I think STB is the author or the original guy who like came up with the single file stuff. Is that right? I'm trying to remember what STB actually stands for. STB stand for single file libraries. Is it Sean? Sean Barrett? Sean Barrett's. Huh. Yeah, Reddit will tell us. Sean T. Barrett. Okay, yeah. Cool. Cool. All right, let's go add loady. Loady. How did we compile this without the headers? Like, loady, we're calling 3 functions from it. Decode and encode. And how are they getting those? Is it just like declaring them itself? It's like, it's only 3 functions. I'll just copy the function signatures. STB image and STB image right. Oh, okay, yeah. I've definitely heard of it. Yeah, okay, look at this. I was right. It's just including the function prototypes. It's why do you need header files? Just copy and paste the functions. Why is it doing this? It was like this. I don't want to include all this stuff. Look at all this. Okay, fair enough. The load png.h file is mostly just a change log. Load PNG decode 32. Yeah, so this is what he needed, but he was like, this is such a big file though. It's gonna slow down my compiler. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's named after this guy. His name's Loady. Loady that. Oh, that's so funny. So it's for loading PNGs and his name is Load. So he calls it Load PNG. Oh, that's cool. He was born to make this library. All right, let's go at it. Dot loady. Is it loady PNG? Yeah, loady PNG. Okay. Loady PNG. I already lost the URL in my copy paste buffer. hash is 189 something or other. Let's go get the zig hash. Get hash and zig hash, two different things. Okay, we got the hash, got the dependency. Let's add the library, or let's make sure it's using it as a library. Loady. It is, I think, static library, PNG source. Okay. Oh, it's got some compile definitions too. So it's saying no compile allocators and no compile disk. We probably want to include those. Okay. And it's only one file, Loady PNG wrapper. Did I already copy? Let's copy F audio. F audio is now Loady PNG. And F audio. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Source files was just this. Where is it? This thing. Currently thinking of prefix to use for my future single header library. What is prefix? VER/VRG. What about you, Marler? I'm not sure I understand the question. Currently thinking of using prefix. Oh. For your future single header library. Gotcha. What would I use? I'd probably use like mar. That'd be cool. This is not a C++ library. We don't need SDL. Okay, add F audio. Don't need that anymore. Load PNG. Build. VER or VRG? I think I like the VRG, so it's not confused with like version. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't find that file. That's strange. Let's go look what's in this directory. Oh, it's because it's not in source. Wait a second. I think I'm being punked right now. I am. What is this wrapper? Oh. Workaround for being unable to rename loadpng.cpp to loadpng.c. Oh, interesting. What the heck is going on here? Why is it CPP when it's just C? Okay, well, we'll give it to Zig as PNG first, or as CPP first, and see if it's okay with it. String.h file not found. Okay. Ah. I think I see why he did that. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. But first I wanted to make sure, before I forget, to add those compile flags that look like they're disabling things, which we would definitely want to include as well. Okay, but I think this is a mangling issue. So I think we're compiling it as C++, and that's mangling the symbols. And because because VVVVV decided that they wanted to copy the function prototypes and wrap them in an extern C, they've basically done this to themselves. Okay, so what's a clever way we can fix this? Is there a clever way we can fix this? We could do what they were doing and generate like a C file that includes this as a CPP, and that could fix it. I don't think there's a way you can tell Zig to. That is a pretty clever way to do it. Let's do it. Let's do that. Okay, how do you? What's an easy way to generate a file? You need to do like write file step. I think I already have that open here. Okay, so we'll do a const. We generate a .c file and use it to include load png.cpp so that the it gets compiled as a C file and doesn't mangle the names. We don't want the names, or let's say symbols. I want the symbols mangled because VVVVVV decided it was better to copy three function prototypes it's using from load png and wrap them in extern C rather than just using their header file. Now we've got the lore. The lore. Okay. Generate C wrapper. Okay, how do we do that? We need to go add write file. Yep. File path is a string and data is a string. So how does this work? Write file, add write files. So this can support multiple files. Okay, I see. Subpath. Okay, so is it, I wonder if it's adding it in the cache. I bet you it is. So let's add load png.c. And the contents will be include load png.cpp. I think that's all we need. And then generate C wrapper. We need a lazy path though. How do we get a lazy path? Get path. Okay, it returns it when you call add. Perfect. Okay, and see, it's throwing it away here. So what we'll do then instead, we'll just go const generate files equals b.add write files. What is name? Generate load png C wrapper. And then C wrapper equals generate files dot add Okay. C wrapper. Perfect. Oh wait, this is so we're gonna have to change this as well from for a C wrapper dot dir name, and then this will have to be load png.c. Okay. And we'll probably have to add this as an include path as well. Not probably, we will. Okay. Okay, that should do it. And we probably want to make this like this. All right, what's wrong with this? Expected 0 arguments, found 1. Add named write files? Do we want to put a name? I don't know, maybe not. Let's just add write files. Is there a missing step dependency on write file load PNG? Interesting. Get path was called on a generated file that wasn't built yet. So this C wrapper should be tied to this generate files step. And when we set it to root, it should add that dependency there. I suppose we could add it manually. And we'll see if this fixes it. And if it does, this is a bug in the Zig build system. Yeah, okay. Workaround, bug, Zig build system to do create a minimal reproduction and file a bug. Okay. All right, that fixed 3. So the 3 load PNG errors are now fixed. Gosh, this is funny. Funny that we had to do it this way. But it worked. We don't need any header files from this library. Oh man, people are funny. Okay, we got 10 errors left. We need szip global init, wherever the hell that is. That comes from phys_s.c. So phys_s, well, we also all the errors are due to phys_s now. We're doing something wrong with phys_s. Let's go look at the CMake. Okay, we've got this funny little extras thing, which is not part of the static library. I don't know why. We've got this physfs.c file, which is referencing this function. Why is that missing? Where does that come from? szip global init. That comes from physfsarchiver7z.c. Okay, so we're including the zip one, but not the 7Z one. I bet you we're missing some sort of compile flag with this. Let's go back to CMake and double check that we're not missing something. Okay, physfs static. Okay. Ah, here we go. Compile definitions. Let's go add those. What? That's it? You just built the game. Heck yeah. We just built the game. Make a freaking commit. Let's get rid of the comments we don't need. Boom. 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 Let's copy the let's go to the wrong Emacs. Copy the get attributes file. Initial implementation. Okay, we're going to commit that. We're going to push it. Oh, I haven't made a repo for this. There's nowhere to push it to. Okay, so let's see if the game works. You do not have a data.zip, grab it from your purchase copy of the game. Or get it from the free Make and Play edition. I do have my own copy that I could use, but what was that free Make and Play edition? VVVVVV, free Make and Play edition. Okay, what is this? Hi everyone, I have lots of big announcements about the Make and Play edition. Let's start with what I consider the really important thing, inspired by things like knit stories. A special build on Windows, Mac, and Linux is called Make and Play edition. It's completely free. The version of the game only includes the player levels and level editor. Oh, okay, this is cool. So if we include this, it's probably just a data.zip file, I'm guessing. Then people can build this and run it without having to purchase the game, but they won't get the game, but they'll get something that they can run the engine with. That's so cool. I love it. People have done some incredible things with the editor. I want to share that as far and wide as I can. Okay, how do we get it? How do we get it? Give it to me. iOS, Android. Oh yeah. Oh, the oh yeah. Okay, how do I get it? Give it to me. Give me the game! Where is it? Here it is. Last updated February 13th. Okay, cool. What is this going to do? It's going to go to... It's going to download a zip file, which we can put in our Zon file. Okay, let's do it manually first. See if it works. Let's see what's in the zip file, actually. That's what we need, that data.zip file. Let's just copy it over manually for a second. Cool. Ah, this is so cool. Okay, so we've got the zip file that we need, and I'm curious. We'll think about the other platforms later, but let's go add. Let's go make this downloaded automatically. What's wrong? Repo again. Come on. Okay. That's so cool. I love that we can just get this. Windows Make and Play Edition. MPE, I don't know. What do we call this? What do we want to call this? Does not include the original levels from the game. Commercial version is still available and contains the original levels by Terry Kavanaugh. Source code is available on GitHub. If you're looking for assets, for the asset files to compile the game yourself, you can download. Oh. Oh, do we just need this thing? Make and play. I think that's what we call it. Data.zip. Oh, perfect. That's all we need. Nice. Okay, Zig build. What? What are you complaining about? Ah, equals. Yeah. Yeah, maybe data is a platform agnostic. Yes, looks like it might be. Dot hash. Okay, so now we've got the data, and so I think we just need to add it to the install. So let's go delete our zig out to make sure this is working correctly. And b.install artifact. We want to add a b.install file, I think. Okay. And what does it take? It takes a source path as a string, not a lazy path. It's weird. Install bin file. Install file with dir. Oh, this might be a like a legacy. Add install file with dir takes a lazy path, it looks like. Install file with dir. Add install file. That looks more promising because that takes a lazy path. Let's look at all these. This is really annoying that something up here is messing up the highlighting. This, whatever this is messing it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's an install file. It takes a string, so we don't like that. Install bin file also takes a string. We don't like that. Install lib file also takes a string. Add install file, we like that. Add install bin file. Okay, that's going to install it to the bin directory, which is what we want on Windows, I think. I don't know if that's what we want on the other platforms. Maybe it is, maybe not. And then add install header file. Okay, so I think we just want add install bin file for now. And we'll go b.get install step.depend on b.add install bin file. It's going to be I'm putting all my deps up here, so we'll go make and play dep. Make and play. Make and play dep dot path data dot zip. Or is this the zip file itself? Oh, this may actually be a bit of a problem. Is this the zip? This is the zip file. We're gonna have to rezip it. Let's see, how is this going to work? We could rezip it. That's something that we could do. It just feels weird that we're downloading a zip file, extracting it, and then rezipping it. But I can't really think of another way to not do that. Okay, if we want to rezip it, we will need... there is some stuff in std_zip, but I don't think it's exposed. It's just for testing. I do have a project that can create zip files, which we could use. It wouldn't be too difficult. It's so stupid that this is this little thing. It's okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. GitHub. Zip command line. Zip. This is what we need. I don't know if we even would want to use this as a separate project, but just copy and paste the code. Yeah, Verigo. I actually added zip in STD a couple months ago, but it's just the unzip part of it. And I did add some functions to create zip files, but it's only used for testing, and I don't think it's exposed. I don't know if it's public. It could be, but it's really just meant for testing. Like you can use it to create invalid zip files and stuff like that. Whereas this is just like a simple one to create valid zip files. So write zip, file entries, and store. I'm just trying to think if I want to use this as a separate project that we like download via this on file, or yeah, I mean we probably should do it that way. probably should do it that way. Okay. We got to do it. Got to do it. Nothing we can do about it. Okay, let's comment that out for a second. Zip command line equals zip command line. Yeah, actually having it as a command line too is nice because the build can just build that executable and call it using the run step. So actually, yeah, I think this is probably fine. So zip command line. I don't know if this project is building or not, but we'll find out. Okay. Let's see. Const zip xe, or let's go xe equals b.add executable zip dot root source file. Actually, hold on. This is silly. We need to do b zip command line dep dot artifact zip. It's kind of like other build scripts may want to compile a similar through the case. Yeah, it's similar. Did I add a build.zig for this? Is the next question. I did, and I have an executable called zip. Perfect. Okay, so we got our zip file. Let's put it in this block here. And let's add a const. Call this zip xe, and we'll call run zip maybe. b.add run artifact zip xe. What is the command line for zip? Zip file and the things you're zipping. Okay, perfect. So we want to output this to, we want to install this. So the output should be in the install directory, I think, or maybe we actually want to zip it to the cache first. So let's do that. Const out zip file. Run zip dot add output file arg data.zip, and then we need to add all the files. So or I think we can just add the directory. So const run zip dot add directory arg make and play dep.path. Okay. Okay, now we've got our zip file, and we just do git install step dot depend on, or I think we just do b.install add install bin file, and we just do data zip. That's it. It's actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. Just do it like this. Out zip file. What's up, Dear Twofull? How's it going, man? What is no dependency zip command line? Did I forget to add it to the Zon file? I think I might have. Zip command line slash what is the commit? There's really just one commit. I wrote it once and I wrote it perfect the first time, so. What did I type wrong? Marler 8997 zip command line. Ah, thank you. What do you mean no dependency? Oh, make and play data. Just not make and play. Is dir. I may not have implemented zipping directories. Let's go look at it. Cyber Cyclonic. What's up? I put it to do directories, but why did it not think it was supposed to be a directory? Pass to include. Why did it give me an isdir? Zip.zig, so it was line 68 that failed. You can use zig fetch save to add a depend. Oh yeah. I was doing it manually because I was adding a bunch of C dependencies that didn't have build zig files, and you can't use it if they don't have their own zig or zon files or whatever. Okay, so it's. Oh, it looks like I have an error in this. Okay, so let's go fix this tool. You can use it without the Zon file. When I tried it, it says you need to have a Zon. Oh, but you have to give it the name. Oh, okay, cool. Didn't know that. Okay, let's go fix this project real quick so it supports directories. Zip command line. Zig. Okay. I don't think this has any tests, so we'll just test it. I should add tests for it for sure, but. Okay, zip. Okay, so what's a test we can just do? Let's zip, I don't know, the current directory, and we'll put it in test.zip. Okay, so. Line 68. Okay. Yeah, this was a. Wait, so how do you get the stat if it's a directory? You can't stat file on a dir. Yeah. So how do you get what kind of file it is? I'm not seeing stat file in the path. What's going on? It's calling open file. What? Just stat on a dir. Oh, okay. So like this basically. Found one. stat. What am I doing wrong there? Stat takes no arguments and needs an open dir. Okay. Well, what I have is I have a string, and I want to like tell, is this string a file or directory, basically. Okay, there's stat file. I could just call stat file, and if it says error.isdir, we can assume it's a directory. Actually, that's not a horrible idea. This feels strange. Like, is there like an is directory or is file? It feels strange that the standard library doesn't have a way to tell you whether a string is a file or directory. Another way we could do it is we could try opening the directory. Opening it as a directory, I should say. And see, it still feels weird though. Because the other thing is, if we do this, then what is stat? Can we like return a stat here? It's a stat. Okay, what's a stat? Can we make one of these that's like virtual? It just seems weird. Okay, so what we're going to do, I think, is const kind enum. We're just going to support files and directories for now. And this is probably a weird way to do it, but okay, and then we'll just switch on this. If it's a directory, we'll just still say it's a directory. This would be weird, but I suppose it's possible. Yeah, I mean, stat file, I would expect this to work on directories too, but yeah, but it doesn't. So switch kind dot directory to do handle directories dot file. Okay. Outside Windows, stat file should work under. Oh, okay. So this is just a Windows problem then. Cool. To do symlinks, I'm cool with that. And then the rest file is unsupported type. That looks good. What's wrong with my blocking here? Okay, I think that we just need to end the block there. Okay, let's try this. Stat.size. Oh, we need the size for some reason. Oh, music stopped. Freaking like singing in my head to replace it. Okay. So we could do this. Freaking love Zig. The thing that I just did there is just so cool that you can do that. To do handle directories. All right. See if I just do like a one file. Yep. Okay. Seems to be working, but let's put for directories. Or should we check that the zip file actually looks right to Windows? Should probably check that. Yeah. Zip build.zig. Looks like it's probably valid. Cool. Okay, how do we support directories? First of all, I don't remember all the details of this. What is bad path file name? So bad path file name says if it has a backslash, it doesn't like that. If it's 0 or it's an absolute path, it also doesn't like that. And then okay. I think the way directories should probably work is you give the command line a directory, and then any files inside of there go into the root. So the only question then is, if you wanted stuff to go into a subdirectory, well, you could make your own directory and move the files into that subdirectory. Or maybe I could foresee like a command line option that says like, hey, put this directory into a subdirectory. But I think the default of putting it into the root is probably a good start. So I think let's do that. Okay. So, var it equals std fs.cwd.open dir. Is that how it works? Path? Let's see, so this one is just adding it to file entries. Open dir has path and option. Okay, yeah. What's going on here? File entries. So I forget why there's two passes of this. Expand command line. Oh, to a list of files. Oh, okay. So I think we can either expand them here or we can expand them later. I'm trying to remember why there's two steps. What are file entries? File entry is a path and a size. Why did I split these up though? Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah. So we want to expand these immediately. So let's make a function called add or scan files, scan directory. And we'll add all the files to file entries. And then we'll have a relative path. So I think we start with an empty string. Okay, so output directory, relative path, and the path we're scanning. I think that's probably what we want. Okay. Scan directory. Okay, so this is an array list unmanaged. Relative path. And then we wanted, I wonder if we should make this like an array list or something. We'll see. And then the directory. So do we want this to be a string? Maybe. Dir path. I feel like actually the first path should be special Or should it? We've already determined it's a directory, so it should be a directory. So yeah, it should be the same as when we're scanning subdirectories too. Okay. So var it equals, or let's go const dir equals stood. Oh, maybe we want to pass in a dir. I think we probably do. Okay, so we go parent dir dot open dir path dot iterate equals true. Okay. Defer dir dot close dir dot iterate or iterate. I can never remember if it's iterate or iterator. Okay. Ton of errors here. What's going on? Expected error union type. Okay. 214. What's wrong? Dir.close var. Okay. All right. So those are the entries we need to add. So. How do you want to do this? What's my allocator situation here? I have a local allocator. So I will pass in the allocator here, I think. What's wrong here? Oh, unused again. Okay, cool. So to scan the directory, we want to switch on the kind, I think. Do I have a fatal? I do. Unsupported file type. Okay, so now let's add directory. So if we get a subdirectory, we want to scan that directory as well. We want to pass the allocator in, the file entries. We want to pass a new relative path. So we need to allocate that relative path. So I think we actually need to do const relative path equals stood fs path.join allocator relative path entry.name. Free that. And then the parent dir will be dir, and the dir path will be entry.name, I think. think that's right. I'm not happy that you are making me download Emacs on my Windows machine to see what's what. What's up, Spyro? How's it going? Yeah, good to see you too. Okay, so what's wrong here? Oh, it compiled. Now we just need to handle files. Okay, so when we get a file, we just need to add that to the list. Whatever this is doing. Okay. Do we need to check if it's a bad file name? Not sure, maybe. Oh, and actually, we can always allocate this, I think. Is that right? I think we can always allocate this. But we want to free it in this case, but not in this case, so maybe we'll just not do that. Don't free. We still need this path. Oh, sorry, Dirtufo, what do we need to check? Sub relative path. Sub directory path. How about that? We do need to check it. Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah, which part in particular did we need to check it for? Is bad file name? Let's see. Can't have any backslashes. Can't be absolute. None of those should happen. None of these should happen, but we can just call it just to verify. Where are we? Okay, so let's call this file path and tree.name. I'm just going to do a panic code bug. I think this is a code bug. And then we need to append it. And then how do we get the size? Probably need to do is there a function to get a file size? I think there is. Thinking you might need to open it though. So it's probably better to call stat instead. We'll just call stat. We'll just do a try because this file should exist. You don't need to worry about printing a nice error message if it fails. Stat.size, and that's it. That should be all I need to do. And then once we're done with this, we can get back to VVVVVV. Path, what's wrong with this file? We want to do dir.stat file entry.name. You want me to do file path? I think I want to do entry.name is bad file name. This should be file path. That should be, maybe that's what you were saying. They're too full. Code bug. So our is bad file name check failed. What was the debug.panic? Unexpected bad file name. What's the naughty file name? What happened? Oh, I was probably putting backslashes in it. That's because we're using join instead of I bet you that's what it is. Yeah, it's got a backslash in it. So we should probably use concat instead. Is that what it is? Standard mem concat, I think. Also, we don't want to add this if this is empty, so maybe let's make a function for this. Join zip path. Parent, child, file, join zip path. Concat. I think it's concat. Let's see. Files listed man. Can't type. Okay, allocator, type, and slices. That is what we want, I think. Or we want to go if parent.len equals 0, return child. Two-step. We are trying to compile VVVVVV, and we have compiled it. We're trying to compile it with Zig. We have compiled it, but we need the data.zip file. So we found a data.zip we can use for free called make and play, but it's a zip file you download directly, and so we can add it to our Zon file, but that causes it to extract the zip file. So we need to rezip it. So I'm working on my zip command line to rezip it. Really, a quick side quest to rezip the zip file that we downloaded, and then we're going to go back to the game once that's done. So I think we're almost done with this piece of it. Okay, so join zip path. So, I'm gonna make a comment here because I'm gonna be breaking like should I break the rules or should I be nice? I don't know. To be nice, you're supposed to do something like allocator.dupe. That's really what you should do. So the resulting memory is always owned by the allocator. So I'll just be nice. Okay, so concat, you want an allocator, you want a type, and then you want slices. So we want parent/child. Neat, thanks for catching me up. That's funny about the zip thing. Yeah. Luckily, I already happen to have a Zig project that can create zip files, so it didn't take too long to do this little side quest. I just hadn't added support for directories, so we're just adding that. Should it be proposed to ask the build system not to unzip? I think it's a pretty niche use case. I can't really think of any other use case like this. So if you can think of any, let me know, but I just can't think of any other. This is just such a weird situation. Okay, what's wrong with this? Do we need to try on join zip path is what I need. Okay, expected 2 arguments, found 1. Do I need a U8? Is that what it is? It's similar to a proposal to make build system to be able to use single file dependencies that don't. Oh, is there a proposal around that? If there is, feel free to link it to me, so I'm curious. Unexpected bad file name. Why did we get a backslash in there? How did that happen? How did that backslash sneak in there? Do I have another join somewhere? I do. Join zip path. That's why I made it a function. I was subconsciously thinking ahead. Expected 3 arguments. Yep. Boom. All right. Oh, this is interesting because we're creating a zip file from the current directory, which is going to have like the .git directory, the zip cache, like a whole bunch of stuff. And it's also going to have the file we're zipping. Wait, did I just create an infinite loop? Because I'm writing the zip file into the directory I'm zipping. Oh man, it's taking a while to... Hold on. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, it's like this while this is building. Ability to declare dependency on a single file. This was November by Techatrix. This is that, what's that game called? Is it Resident Evil that she's from? ZLS depends on langref html.in. Right now this file is being manually downloaded during the build phase, which does not integrate well with the package manager. GitHub can't provide that file as a compressed tarball. Okay, yeah, I think this would be a good way to solve this problem as well. Having single file dependencies that you can just download directly, I do like that idea. And this would also solve this case that we're currently solving. Yeah, I do like that. That's good. What do people think? There's 3 upvotes. I'll give it an upvote. Cool. Oh, I should comment on this too and add our use case. Here's another use case I discovered today. I'm adding a build.zig file to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to build and it has a data.zip you can download with free assets and levels. I added the data.zip to build.zig.zon, but I actually need to keep the zip file. But the game actually needs the zip file, not the extracted contents. To solve this, I re-zip the contents and install them to the bin directory for the game to load. However, if there was a way to instead download the zip file as just a file, this would remove some unnecessary steps. Cool. I like it. Oh, our thing finished. So we've got something in C temp. Let's see if that looks correct. Okay, so we've got this test.zip file. This is looking like it's a valid zip file to me. Sweet. I think we did it. I don't have any tests in this repo yet, which is unfortunate, but sometimes I just like to get stuff done and I want to test. I don't want to waste time testing. You only got so much time on this earth. Is this looking okay? I mean, the zip file looked reasonable, so I think this is probably correct. Okay. Add support for zipping directories. Commit number 2. Back to the game. Let's see if we can use that now. What is our new hash? BD something or other. Theoretically, this should just work, but it didn't. Write zip. Okay, so the directory we're trying to write the zip file to doesn't exist for some reason. Where is it trying to write it to? Verbose. It's trying to write it to this directory. Does this directory not exist? Do we need to make it first? Seems to exist. It's failing in write zip. Oh, instead of open file, maybe we need. Are we not calling create file? Who wrote this freaking tool? What is that line? 159. So okay. So our file entries, yeah. So this happened to work because we were doing the current directory. But had we been doing a subdirectory, like let's say source, then we get this error. Okay, so we need to, in our file entries, probably have like a, maybe we call this zip path and then dir path. The relative path in the zip file, the path to the directory containing this file, local, the relative path of the file in the zip archive. How about that? The path of the directory containing this file. Okay, I think that's what we want. Okay, 262. So dot zip path and dot local, what did I call it? Local path, is that a good name? Zip path, the path to the directory containing dir? What I want to name this dir? I don't know. Yeah, I guess just dir for now. Can't think of a better name at the moment. Maybe let's make this an optional maybe. Okay, so this we need to, oh, this means that we won't want to free this either, because we're going to use these paths in the, no, we're not going to use those paths. Hold on. the path we're going to be using is the same one for all the files. Okay, so hold on. That's not what we're going to need another argument for this. I think we will. I think we're going to need a dir top level dir. Okay, so I think top level dir is what we want. And here it will be path. Top level dir, just pass it through. And what is this? This is a file given on the command line. So on that one, we'll set it to null. Dot path equals, this is the zip path now. And no field name path in no field name path. Okay, so this is when we're writing the zip file, I think. Yeah, so this needs to be dot zip path now. And then we need to let's do it like this. Var file equals block. If file entry dot dir, then try break block dir dot open file entry dot zip path. Otherwise, maybe we do it like this. I don't know, because this is a string, so we need to do it like dir equals standard cwd dot open dir. We close the directory and then we open it like that. Okay, I think that's what we want. Otherwise, we do this like that. Perfect. Dir shadows. Entry dir. Entry dir. Try entry dir. 68. No field named open file. Try. Okay. No field named path. Zip. Okay. Right central record. Yep. Zip path. Zip path again. Okay. So now we can write it here too, so we can go see if our zip file looks right. Looks right. Beautiful. And that's why you have tests. Or you can just implement it, push it, and try it. So we just do a force commit? Yeah, let's just do a force commit, whatever. So if nobody's using that commit yet that I just made 5 minutes ago, right? You didn't all like add it to your projects as a crucial dependency. Okay. Let's get that hash. Beautiful git hash. Don't forget to remove the zig hash. bad things will happen. Okay, theoretically, we're gonna have a game. We did it. We did it. Let's go run it. I'm curious too if this data.zip file is bigger or smaller than the original. Let's see. It's probably smaller because the zip files that I wrote, it's not writing any of the optional stuff that a lot of zip creation tools would probably add. 59,967 kilobytes, 60. Oh, there's more. Why is there more? Hold on, let's do a. Let's extract this. And let's look at the original. And let's see if there's any differences between these two. I've got this nice beyond compare tool, and it's supposed to be able to do directories, but it like doesn't seem to work that well for directories for some reason. Can you scan everything? Refresh. A fast refresh updates everything. Place the cursor left alone. Edit full refresh. See, why is it not comparing everything? I have to like click on everything. I do have a tool that compares directories too. Just a Python script. How do I search my gists? Your gists. See, I can't remember what the tool's called now. Compare dir or like diff something. A small tool to compare Git branches. What? What is this? Huh. Interesting. Don't remember making that. It's from 2019. Diff? Diff. What the heck is this? This looks like an actual diff, an attempt at making a diff, not a directory comparison. Okay, that's not it either. Diff? I just want to see if these directories are the same. See, when I click on it, it's like, okay, it compares them. ls-al in both pipe that do. We're on Windows though, and we want to compare the contents too. Yes, the problem. But this isn't even the problem. I just want it to compare everything. There we go. You just need to select them all, right click, and say compare. Okay, so is everything the same? 2 files selected. Can you... I think that means it's the same, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let's run the game. Let's delete that. Level editor. Whoa. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I think we need to go fix some bugs for this game. What was that? Could not find the Lang directory anywhere. Okay. Could not find the fonts directory anywhere. So it looks like we need to install a couple more directories. Font. Loading music from PPPPPP blob. Opened STL game control ID. Oh, I think I have an Xbox controller plugged in. Sure, start your game. Is this the game though? I'm confused. This looks like the full game to me. Man, we got some intense music going on right now. Hold on. Music. I'm in the right directory. This should be the make and play free version. I wonder if it tells you. I thought I'm confused. See, how do I... Oh, that opens up Steam, I guess, if you press the Xbox button. Whoa. Oh my goodness. This Xbox controller does some interesting things. so that just makes it so the languages don't work. Fair enough. Start it. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Start it. Oh, I suck at this game apparently. I think I picked a hard level though, to be fair to me. Give me like an easy level. Come on. Open level editor, show level folder path. Are you sure you want to show the levels path? This may reveal sensitive information if you are. Whoa! If I'm streaming, bro. Fourth wall break. Okay, interesting. I wonder if it's like if the main game like saved the data somewhere on my local computer, so that's why it's the main game. Because I could have swore that it wasn't showing like this story stuff first time I tried the make and play version. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's close out of this. Let's get a commit going here, this game. And then we're gonna add this to the all your code base organization. Okay, so we've got these changes, the zip command line, the make and play. I need to like run this on like a different computer to like see what's going on. Oh, you okay? Git push. Oh, sorry, we don't have a upstream repo yet. Oh yeah, Dear Truthful, that'd be perfect. Here, let me push it right now. I'm going to make a new repository. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, GitHub, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the original repo? Is it this one? What's his description? The source code to what do I call this? Zig build for the game. What does Andrew call his equivalent stuff? SDL replaced with the builds. Okay, it's not an equivalent example though. I think he did Pipewire that used this technique. Yeah, Pipewire ported to the Zig build system. Okay. VVVV. The game VVVV ported to the Zig build system. Cool. Let's make it public. Let's create it. Okay, it's pushed right now, Dirtuful. There's the build Zig file. There's the Zon file. I think I needed to add a couple more paths there. Or did I? Is that all that's in here? Yeah, that's all that's in here. Just a build.zig and a build.zig.zon. The next thing to try is Mac OS? Question mark? Let's get that music going again. All right, so we're gonna do a little tuple in to do this screen share. Mute. Okay, muted. Let's get rid of the audio on here. Let's close Slack. Maybe I should just reboot my macOS machine. Let me do that real quick. Unless somebody wants me to do Linux first. Any votes for any preference on Mac OS versus Linux first? One of your dependencies isn't Zig 013 happy. I think I'm on Zig 013. Yeah, I'm on their 013. Are you? Dear Tufo, do you want to send your error message? You could also like send it on Discord too. If it's too big. Yeah, you're on master. Okay, yeah. Getting my Mac OS booted up here. Master hasn't done good. You can move already. Interesting. Okay, let's get clean desktop. Alright, share mute, share screen. Should I make this bigger? Okay. Let's make this bigger, font 200 maybe. Looks like it's probably workable. Zig builds. I do remember the CMake file had a couple of if-def Apple stuff in it, so we'll see what happens here. macOS might have been ambitious to do first before Linux too. Okay, we actually compiled. Wow. Just didn't link. And we didn't link because PhysFS is missing some symbols. And this could be the stuff I was talking about, that there was some if-defs around for macOS. So let's go look at those if-defs. Oh, I can't use this keyboard. Okay, build. Okay, where's the original repo? It's here. Let's clone this. Let's call it original. Okay, original slash, what am I looking at? The CMake file. The desktop version of the CMake file. Apple. Wow. Immediately. Wow, Apple is a huge jerk these days, huh? Okay, that's interesting. Doesn't look promising, that error message. Let's get rid of wrapping. What's this doing? This is... Dear Tufa, it works awesome. Is it when you start the game, is it playing like the actual story at the beginning, or is it like going into just like levels or something? Apple. Okay. Are you noticing a pattern with this Apple crap yet? Okay, interesting. Does Zig compile Objective-C? I don't even know. I don't even know if it does that. .m. It does compile Objective-C. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, so we need an extra source file for macOS. Let's add that. Okay, what's the easiest way to do this? Probably a ++ switch. Target.result.os.tag? Is that right? So normally we'll do like this, I think. Let's see. Ban vert. Oh goodness, they made their name hard to type on purpose, huh? Cool. Dear Tufo, how do I make you a mod? Doesn't like that. Maybe if I do this. Ooh, should I use this from tuples client? No, I shouldn't. That's gonna be weird. Okay. Okay, expected index of the file. I bet you I need to like cast this or something. Maybe I can do it like this. Let's try that. Okay, I think that worked. So if our OS tag is Darwin. We want to add this Objective-C file. No field name Darwin. Why come? Goodness, there's so many OSs. iOS, is that? Or Mac OS is probably what it is. Oh, it's not comp time. Not comp time. Okay. I want to do this. Interesting that Zig was okay with this when there was no switch cases that didn't depend on runtime. That's kind of cool. Just use if is Darwin. Okay. Okay, so I see two choices. I can either call add C source files twice, or I can. I don't want to call add C source files twice. Let's not do that. Okay, let's do it like this. Const files equals std mem. Std array list. Files dot append range. Is that how it goes? Can't remember what it is to append multiple. Append a slice. It's probably append slice. I don't know what it is. And then you're saying if target.result.is Darwin is the meta. Do I have an OOM in here? How am I doing out of memory? I guess I could just do a try. Just do that. No failed name and append range, yeah. Pen slice, thank you. It was a pen slice. Found const, you need to be var. 6, you need to be like that, I think. Files, what's wrong with you? To owned list, to owned slice, thank you again, dear Twofold. Oh, wait, we just built. What? No way this is gonna work, is it? There's no way this is gonna work. No way this is gonna work. Whoa. I'm shook right now. Oh my god. We just built it on macOS. What? Bro. Okay, yeah, and Dear Twofold, it does do the story mode, you're right. This looks like the normal game. I wonder if the data.zip file that they put on the website for Make and Play, if they like accidentally put the game data.zip. Because this doesn't look like the Make and Play one. Huh. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. That's so cool, though. Oops. No, just stop. Okay. Let's make it a new commit, sure. macOS, add support for macOS. And lastly, we have Linux. Okay. So let's get rid of this macOS machine. And we have Linux over here. And I guess I'll try to like control this one through Tuple's client. Let me reboot this machine first. It's probably time for it to reboot. This one can, yeah, I'll just stick you over here for now. Okay, let's wait for that Linux machine to reboot. I could also use one of these laptops. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if that doesn't work well. Okay, we're rebooting. Remember my Linux password. Ah, it's my really, really long password. That's right. Okay, let's not sign into Slack. Oh, hopefully tuple's still running on Linux. Should be. Okay. Oh goodness, Linux. Let me get this installed again. There it is. Okay. Wow. Well, maybe I don't need that. Hold on, let's see if this works. Oh, okay, that worked. Okay. We log in. Okay. We have Linux on stream. Let's get this sized properly. Okay, good. Okay. So let that clone, music stopped again. Okay, let's try it. Let's build it on Windows too while we're waiting for that. SDL problems. That's weird. I can't use Control V. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Why are we getting SDL problems? Why would that be? I don't know if I want to, like, I guess I could work on the laptop like way over here. Okay. Yeah, if I do this though, I could, let's see. Let's pop out chat here. Let's go full screen. Not linking something required by SDL. So this could be a problem in Andrew's build.zig file for SDL that he has. This is really tiny. Can I make this bigger? There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's move that there. Okay. Yeah, so we could take a look at Andrew's SDL build.zig. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Okay, let's do that. Get out of here. Let's open up a new window and go find SDL. Capital SDL. Let's look at one of the functions and see like what's one that's missing. SDL sys get TLS data. SDL sys TLS.c. Okay. Let's clone this repo. Let's switch over. Well, first we'll see what hash we're working with here. Okay. Here on my notes. Okay. We're on the right hash. We're on D3CE. Okay, same hash. Let's get the build.zig file here. Come on. I kind of want to get all the symbols that we're missing here. There's 24 of them. Missing. There. Okay, we got all of our symbols. So let's take a look at some of these. This one's in. Oh, it's to find in different places depending on the platform. So I'm sure that's the problem. Yeah, that's definitely the problem. So Andrew's build.zig file, so it has a Windows source files. Okay, which is here. got Linux source files. Okay. So let's go through these different files and see who's using them. So there's a pthread version, which is getting added to what? It's getting added to Windows source files. It's getting added to Darwin source files. It's getting added to mscripton source files and unknown source files. So who's using unknown source files? Nobody. Okay, so that's why Linux would be missing this source file. There's also generic source files. Now I'm guessing that Andrew probably used the CMake file to construct this. Okay, so that's one of the methods. Let's look at the second one. See if there's SDL delay. Okay, how can we get the just the definition? Okay, there's only 3 definitions. I think. Let's do it like this instead. Let's add a parenthesis and then add a U. I'll start it there. Coding style isn't consistent, so yeah, my original grep doesn't find it. All of them. Okay, I think what's going to be useful here is to find the original SDL CMake files. So let's do this. Let's clone this repo again. Let's call it original. And let's look at the Git log, because I think Andrew... Yeah, let's look a little further down. Let's look deeper. Okay, so I'm guess that that's the last commit. Interesting. So he reverted source files to a different release as the first commit. That's interesting. Deleting unnecessary files. I don't know if I want to go off of this one or this one. I kind of feel like I want to go off of this one. Let's try that. Upstream. Okay. So what is their build system? They're using CMake, obviously. Everything's using CMake. Okay, so let's look up that SDL delay thing again. Oh. There was much fewer matches on this version. Okay, so let's go to the one that Andrew reverted to instead then. Okay, yeah. So it looks like they may have like consolidated these in the newer versions of SDL, but in this older version they weren't consolidated. And this is 2.26. V is using 2.24. So this is going to be closer to what V is expecting anyway. Okay. Let's look at the CMake file. Well, SDL delay. So we're probably going to be wanting using the Unix one, is my guess. There's a PS2 version, which I think is PlayStation 2, Haiku, PSP, Windows, N3D, Nintendo DS, Unix. Okay, so I think we might be missing the Unix version. Let's go look. Okay, so we added it to Darwin source files. It's also in Inscription source files. Is this unknown source files? Yeah, this is unknown source files. Okay, so we just need to add the, do we need to add a .linux tag? Is that what we need to do? I think we do, actually. I think that's the solution. Linux source files isn't even used yet. So it looks like Andrew prepared for Linux support, but he didn't finish it. Okay. I see. I wonder if we still need this configure thing. Why is this configure thing? So oh, okay, so okay, this is generic source files, so source files for everything. So it doesn't have systimer. So everything's adding generic. We're all linking libc, and then Windows does not add the configure header, which seems sus. But okay. macOS also does not configure, so Linux does. Linux and any other system does. So we still want to do this on Linux. So I feel like we need to add a second switch. I don't know, we could try it without the switch and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Actually, we should, instead of building inside this repo, let's actually build the game. And we'll just change this to reference our local version temporarily. Then we'll have an actual like application we can test the build against. Okay, so now we're getting errors probably because we need to add this configure header is my guess. So for now, let's just add it like this. Move this copy, maybe. Isn't Andrew's STL Zig build explicitly not Linux? I don't know when you said that to be truthful, but yeah, I've since discovered this, yes. Okay, that's weird that I'm still getting that error. Let me revert this change I made. So we should get back to a place where we're compiling but not linking. Yeah, okay, good. So how did I break this by doing that? Oh, it's because I added all the Linux C source files. I see, okay. This is what broke it. So this should fix it. And then we could just try adding source files one by one, maybe. We should be back to where we were. Okay. What is in Linux source files? We have all this shit. Okay, so let's just add the stuff that we need. So we need SDL delay. That's the SDL sys timer. Okay, I think that fixed one of the symbols. No, it did not. That's the flags. Is there flags to pass? Flags. I don't see any flags I need to pass. Why did that not fix this error? Or did am I looking at the wrong thing? Just add is something funny's happening here. Yeah, something funny's happening here. What's going on? I don't know, that worked, okay. Have you changed your dependency to the local copy? Yes, we did that, so we... Fail file not found. Yeah, okay, so SDL source timer Unix SDL. Is this getting if def'd out or something? That looks suspicious. SDL timer Unix. Probably need that flag is my guess. Let's try it. Should be set to 1. Did that do it? I think that did it. Okay. So we've got 1 symbol fixed, 22 to go. This one, there's a sys TLS. Maybe we'll like discover some sort of like pattern as we're going through this. But it looks like there's a P thread. We'll go through at least a few of them and see if we discover anything here. Okay, that solved another 2 symbols. Yeah, I think this is the path forward. And actually, let's go to Linux source files here. Let's get rid of all this. Actually, let's just comment everything out and start uncommenting things. sys_tls. Okay, so this doesn't have sys_tls in it for some reason. So maybe the this goes here. And then we need the timer. And timer, source timer. Alphabetical. Is there a reason you don't execute zig build in MX compile ret that would allow you to jump to locations more easily? Leon, I do that sometimes. Would this be a good time to do that? Let me think. Well, right now we are not compiling zig code and jumping to errors. Right now we're just linking. So this wouldn't have any code to jump to at this present time. But yeah, sometimes when I'm modifying source code, I do use that. Yeah. Okay, so SDL thread ID. Who is defining that? Systhread. So there's a thread directory. Systhread.c. Okay, I think we want to do this here. Let's make it alphabetical. Okay, we're on 15 errors. Nice. Mutex. I'm guessing there's a sys mutex or something. Let's see. Thread generic sys. Yep, sys mutex right there. Okay, probably gonna need all these. But... Oh, generic. Hold on. There's a pthread version and a generic version. I'm guessing we want the pthread version. Let's try that. Okay, we are down to 11 errors. Okay, whittling them down quick. Set thread priority and policy, okay. Core Linux or pthread? Ooh, Core Linux, that's probably what we want on Linux, right? What's the difference between these two? Which now this is making me question whether there's... What is in Core Linux? Let's take a look at that. Source Core Linux. What's in you? Was there anything that we added that's in the Linux specific directory? We added mutex. Nope. Thread. systls. Nope. Okay. So let's add this, the Linux version of thread priority. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Down to 10, create semaphore. You got generic Vita PSP, generic Vita Windows, pthread. Is there a Linux version? No, there's not. So I think we want the pthread version. Looks like it's this. Yep. Sys and pure STU. There we go. Ooh, that fixed a lot of them. Okay, 6 more. Dummy joystick driver. Where are you? STL joystick. Huh. I'm a little bit confused about this one. It's referenced by STL joystick.c, which is getting added by who? Generic source files? Let's look at that. Let's look at this file. We might be missing like a C define or something that's causing it to use the dummy version. Yeah, that's what we want. STL joystick Linux. So why isn't this getting defined? Do we just need to define it? Or does the source code define it? Okay, so it's in the config file. So I think we need to add this to our configure step. Allow disabling of core systems. Where's this generated file? Okay, let's remove our Zig cache, rebuild, figure out which configuration header file we're using. Now to wait a second after removing that cache. Looks like the screen share is working pretty good. It's good. Oh, it generated 2 of them? That's interesting. STL joystick disabled. Okay. Interesting. It's possible we'll want to add a, what's it called? A build option. Okay, I think I know what we're supposed to do here. What are the other things doing? We have generic source files, which apply, okay, yeah, I see. Joystick. Okay, I think joystick. I think this build file is a little messed up. Okay, the other OSs are just compiling their own joysticks in. So the configuration is able to know which joystick is supposed to be used for those systems for some reason. Okay, so let's do what they're doing, which is adding our own custom joystick for our platform. That one. Let's build, but this isn't going to fix it because we need to add some sort of a something so that the source code compiles in the right ones, because it's compiling the dummy one. And it's doing so because if defined joystick dummy or defined joystick disabled. I don't know which one it is, so let's go. Dummy. so it must be disabled then. Yep. Okay, so joystick was disabled somehow. How did that happen? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me move this so it doesn't show up in all my greps. There's some pre-generated build configs here. One for N-gauge. I wonder if we're using those. I'm a little bit confused because, see, I don't see the config header files here. The config header file being generated. I also think I'm running out of time here. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, probably just push it to a branch, and then call it a day on this project. Okay, let's go to the SDL repo. Let's make a branch. Let's make a fork. Let's push to our fork. Oh, did I make a commit? Linux support. Oh shoot, I pushed it to the main repo. Okay, now let's just push to my fork. Okay, Linux, and then let's go back to the game. And oh, looks like there's no changes. Yeah, this is going to change once we get the SDL changes in. But cool. So we're going to actually add Linux support to the SDL zig file. I'm guessing Andrew probably didn't add that because he just hadn't tested it. I don't know. I should ask him. But I will do that, and then yeah, I think we'll leave it there for now. Thanks everybody for coming and saying hi. Maybe we'll do this again one day. And yeah, it was fun. I enjoy like this type of thing where you try to get stuff building with Zig. So if you're interested in that stuff, check me out again, and I'll see you guys next time.